salutations, everyone. Kaiwaza with you. I'm here today taking in the lovely smell of my lavender incense, enjoying my herbal infusion detox tea, and wearing my forest crown. To unveil my latest project officially. It's already started, but I'm going to officially, invite you and let you know what this is. So you may or may not know, I already have 2 radio stations on live365.com. One devoted to my massive Hawaiian record collection called Hawaiian Hi-Fi. Another one devoted to the easy listening music of the, whatever, from the 40s through the 80s when that kind of died out. But it's the orchestral music and singers and choruses that you used to hear at the supermarket and the elevators. Yeah, sometimes called elevator music or muzak, that kind of thing that kind of died out and is really completely dead now. That's called moody mood music. So those are the 2 stations I have. Now I've unveiled a 3rd one, which I've been thinking about for a while, but never just jumped off the bridge, so to speak, to do. But they just recently ran a special live365.com that if you started another station with them, you had a permanently discounted rate. And I thought, oh, that now is the time. So I did it. It's called Radio Green Goddess. Now, if you want to understand Radio Green Goddess, you have to know what the New Age movement was. And I say was because it is pretty much defunct or deceased at this point. Sadly, what can I say? Humanity didn't change. The New Age didn't come. We didn't, metamorphosize into whatever. The people didn't come from the Pleiadians didn't arrive, although that's a whole other story. But we're still here. We're still the old negative people, that humanity that we always have been. So New Age kind of died out in the early 2000s. Anyway, it's sort of a movement that really began about in the 70s and went through about early 2000s. There are things earlier than that: Theosophy, Madame Blavatsky, spiritualism, whatever. But New Age basically is a spiritual movement, very loose movement, incorporating many different things from, other countries' ideas of religions, like incorporating Hinduism or Buddhism or animism, incorporating older ideas of Christianity, mystical Christianity, Dead Sea Scrolls, the Essenes, mystical Jesus, whatever. Anyway, incorporated many things. I'm not going to talk about the New Age movement because I could go on forever. I was a part of it, definitely in the 80s, and I still love it. Like, it doesn't exactly define who I am, but it's, I call myself polytheistic, so I'm sort of Christian, really. That's what I was brought up, and that's basically what I believe. But I'm also very, metaphysical or polytheistic, and then I think many things are possible. Many realities are possible at the same time, and your belief in something gives power and credence and reality to it, and you can believe many different things at once. I know I do. I go back and forth with all sorts of ideas, so that's just where I am personally. But this station kind of salutes that music of that era. It's called Radio Green Goddess, okay? And during that time period, the music that was sold in New Age shops, which were everywhere, all over the place, people sold New Age music CDs, books on these weird sort of New Age topics, and crystals and tarot cards and incense and all of that, all those things, created a music, right? Its own sort of music, which was usually sort of soft, meditative, kind of pretty. Sometimes might be a little bit mystical and eerie sounding too, and often combined with nature sounds, the sounds of nature. So the babbling brook, and the soft music, the thunderstorm and the music, the ocean waves, crashing on the shore and beautiful music. So it all sort of took you to this other place, right? In fact, I have discovered recently when I was talking about doing this station with some of the younger people I know, people like in their 20s, when I talk about or mention, well, it's new age music. Yeah, it's new age music, and they kind of blankly look at you and go like, what's that? Like they've never heard of it. They don't really even know what it is. And it sort of takes me back, but I'm like, well, I mean, it kind of died out in 2000. So it's, if they're in their 20s, yeah, why would they even know about it? And I have to explain a little bit about what it is. But I also say the music, it's like the CDs of kind of pretty quiet music with like nature sounds, and almost to the person they go like, oh yeah, my mom had some of that stuff. She used to listen to those CDs of like that stuff with wolves howling and and saxophones and whatever. Like, yeah, that stuff. I'm like, that's it. That's what this station is. It's kind of a salute to that. Now, I know there are other new age music stations out there. So mine in particular is focusing, Radio Green Goddess particularly focuses on new age music with nature sounds. Because I don't hear other people really doing that or focusing on that at all. They're focusing more on the more serious music, more beautiful side of it, like all the Windham Hill that did so many absolutely beautiful music. I'm sort of going common denominator. I like, me, if you know me, like I love budget label records and I love sort of the cheapies, and some of this stuff is great. Some of it was like the cheapy people that were cashing in, really cashing in on a movement, saying, okay, let's throw something together. You play the synthesizer, or you play the piano, and write like 10 songs. I don't care, and we can call them whatever, and then call it. We'll go out and record some birds in the woods, and then we'll call it Forest Piano. And your songs will be like whatever titles, like just pick something. Mountain Stream Memories, Woodland Spirits Talk, anything. I mean, cash-ins, I love the concept. So, and there was plenty of cash-ins in the New Age movement, and plenty of people that were sincere about it as well, both. But anyway, the station kind of concentrates on that kind of music. So if you don't know what that is, let me give you just a little bit samples. So if you're really in the dark, you have no idea. Because there were sort of basic categories of New Age music. And I think the most prolific and the one that we concentrate on is that which incorporates nature sounds, such as this. I'll just show you a few and give you little samples, but they're kind of like Jazz Wolf. North Sounds was a label that did lots and lots of them. But these are just samples of some New Age music with nature sound that you would hear on Green Goddess, Radio Green Goddess. And then a lot of them also emphasized places, exotic locales that you would travel to mentally, and the different sounds of those locations, like some of these here, like Oceania and Amazon Odyssey. Let's listen to a little bit of those. We can't leave out the classical music because that was also a part of it, where people would do reinterpretations, new age interpretations of classical music. They also, some of the budget type labels would also have access to classical recordings that they had access to, and they would just slap nature sounds on top of it and release something like this: Mozart's Music for the Night with Restful River. I definitely programmed this kind of stuff on Radio Green Goddess as well. And I'd be very remiss if I didn't mention all the CDs of monks with nature and various rhythms. Finally, I do, to a lesser extent, much lesser extent, do feature some new age music that doesn't have any nature sounds to it. Like right now I have a programming clock wheel going now that has, I think it's 2 songs an hour that will come up that will not have nature sounds in them. But because there was plenty of new age music that didn't have nature sounds, but just different ideas that they would concentrate on, like fairies or Native American flutes, or, medicine woman, different ideas like these. So that's what Radio Green Goddess is. And why did I pick the name? Well, I had many ideas for names and finally settled on Radio Green Goddess because, as you probably don't know, but if you are old enough to have lived through the era, you will know. I think, to say Green Goddess sort of also obviously emphasizes sort of like neo-pagan or spiritual, something new agey, spiritual wise. To say a goddess, Green Goddess. But also, if you were living in the 70s, you'll know that there was a very famous salad dressing called Green Goddess. And that's kind of why it was the perfect name to me, because it was sort of tongue-in-cheek to say, yes, Radio Green Goddess, new age music with sound, nature sounds. And it's also like a Kraft salad dressing from the 70s, right? And like Moody Mood Music, Radio Green Goddess is very tongue-in-cheek. Like, I'm playing this music because I do enjoy it, I love it, and also I'm poking fun at it, and I'm poking fun at the movement because, yeah, like I said, I was a participant, I was very much a part of it, but at the same time, I can make fun of things and realize, sometimes like, what are we thinking, or does it even make sense what you're actually saying, or you can like it and think it's funny at the same time. I mean, that's just how I am about everything in my life, basically. I can love it and poke fun at it, really like it, and also poke fun at it at the same time. So the station, like the station IDs and the stingers that you'll hear, a lot, some of them are just normal, and some of them are irreverent. They're kind of poking fun at things. Like one, I know when I'm saying we'll be back after these messages, it's like, don't go away. will be reincarnating right after these messages, you know, that kind of thing, to have fun with it. So, but it's a great station if you just don't care about the New Age movement at all, but you just like sort of soft, pretty music and nature sounds. It's great to read, relax, do your house cleaning by, drive, take a ride in the country, whatever. You know, it's great for that kind of thing, and have a laugh if you enjoy it at the same time, or just genuinely really enjoy it. And it's great reading music. For example, I love reading some of my New Age books that I still have many, like Conversations with Nostradamus, Volume 3. I mean, I would love to find the other two. I don't know, but this is not obviously not even like Nostradamus, but they're channeling. She's channeling someone to go to Nostradamus in the past and talk to him about his quatrains and retranslating them into modern day English. It's really interesting. Like, how does that work exactly? And since it was written in 1992, it's interesting to read the things that are written here that did not come to pass. So, you know, I have plenty of those kind of books. I just enjoy them. So I invite you, if you're interested, to check out Radio Green Goddess on live365.com. The link is below. And sorry for this, whatever this plane passing overhead is. Yeah, and leave any comments below if you have any about the concept of the radio station. And I hope you check it out. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next video real soon. I need to drink my detox tea because the spirits of whatever probably don't appreciate me making fun of everything. So I need to detox.